All right. I know a bunch of you guys have been waiting for this for a while. We've been missing in action. Sometimes work gets in the way. I wish I could say that we've been doing a lot of fishing, but we haven't. I mean, we've had a couple good trips, and we have a big trip coming up this week, but it's just been crazy at work. So what we're going to tie today, this is the Diablo Nymph. I run into an old guy up in Bishop about 4 months ago, and he told me if I couldn't catch fish on this in Bishop, then he would buy me a beer. I never got that beer, so what we're going to do, we're going to tie that bad boy up. Fished this several times since then. What we got in the vise today, this is a size 10 and a curve hook. The bead, this is a tungsten bead. It's 2 sizes small. I do that on purpose. I don't want this one to hit the bottom. We're kind of late in the year, so, or not really late, but we're past that, the bottom stage. So I'm trying to keep this one a little bit to the mid to upper of the water column. The thread that we're going to tie with today, this is a 6/0 in green. We're going to get our thread started here. Take a couple turns, secure that in. Come in, clean that out. For our body and our tail, we're going to use a little pheasant tail. So we're going to come in, we're going to try to get about 6 to 10 fibers. We don't need too awful many. That was kind of loud. We're going to stack these up, get the tails pretty close. You know, gauge our tails. We can see where we're going to tie those in right there. We're going to take touch and turns down through the bend. I know we said we were going to let this go yesterday. It's been a crazy week, but well, we're starting to get back into our normal rhythm. We should be letting videos go here pretty regular after this next trip. These next few flies will be tied for our upcoming trip. It's going to be in Oahu, so we're going to be targeting bonefish and peacock bass. We're going to tie in a piece of chartreuse bright wire. Then we're going to come back in with a little bit more of our pheasant tail. What we're going to do with that, we're going to tie the pheasant tail in by the tips. I'm sorry, we're going to tie it in by the butts. What we're going to use this for is our shellback. So we're going to tie those right across the top. Coming down, looking good. There we go. We got some shorties in there, so what we'll do is we'll try to separate those if they won't work with us. But let's say they're going to work with us. Then we're going to come in with some cream laser dub. This is cut extra fine. We want the abdomen to be, or I'm sorry, we want the body to be extra thin. So don't get carried away with this. Make a good noodle. I'm gonna slide that up. Touch and turns. We're gonna come almost up to the hook point right there. Now we're gonna grab our pheasant tail. We're gonna pull all that to the front. Try to center it right on the top. Take a couple of securing turns. I'm gonna come in and clean this out. Just like that. Now, we're gonna counter wrap this bad boy with our chartreuse wire. Making sure we keep that pheasant tail on the top. I'm gonna catch that in. 2 in the back, 1 in the front. Take a couple turns into the front. Pull it back one more time. We'll helicopter that out. Make sure it stays in good and tight. Clean this up. Now for our shellback, we're going to use a little bit of pheasant tail again. This is a fairly easy pattern to tie. It don't take a whole lot to make this very successful. fly pattern. We are gonna catch this bad boy on. I don't like that there. I'm gonna come back a little bit from that bead. Since I have that bead undersized, I don't want to tie right up into the bead because it won't take very many turns to crowd that recess. And I really want that recess to be able to catch the thread in for when I tie off. We're gonna work that back to where the abdomen comes in. Now we're gonna come in with this Diablo green. This is the one that we mix here in-house. It's not very hard. A little bit of chartreuse. You got some different, like a Highlander green, a little bit of yellow, some silver. You can even just go straight chartreuse with it. You can change that up to like a fire yellow or a fire orange. It'll also work. We're gonna get the middle of our noodle kind of thick because we're not gonna tie in the legs for this. We're gonna actually just pick this out. So save a step, because you could come in and you could tie in extra legs in here, but this is a fishing fly, so we're not gonna worry too much about that, making it look extra pretty when you can just pick it out. Good tight turns. Work that up. Then we're gonna pull this over and catch that in. You could sweep these back right here now if you wanted to. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, I'm gonna pick this out. It'll save a feather, it'll save a step. I'm gonna pull everything to the back. Get a good solid wrap. And come in with our whip. Whip, whip, whip. 3 will do it. I'm gonna actually use some UV on this because this thing takes a lot of punishment. This is probably one of the best flies that I've found since I've been on the West Coast in a while. Let that soak in a little bit. While it soaks in, we're gonna hit it with our UV. There we go. Set that real good. You almost don't even have to pick this out. I cut it almost just about right, but we'll pick it anyway. So we're gonna come in with our pick. I'm gonna rotate this over. You don't want to get too crazy with this. You just want to make it look a little buggy. Pull it out for your legs or your gills, whichever one you want it to be. And that is it. That is the Diablo Nymph. This thing works remarkably well. I think it's mostly the colors. It's not an overly complicated fly. You can tie this all the way down to a 18 to 20. This is one of the bigger sizes. Like I said, this is a crusher here in the Sierras. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We don't really do a whole lot of posting anymore on Instagram or YouTube, but this one will go up on YouTube. And it will also go up on Instagram. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, tied up, fish it. You guys won't be disappointed. And until next time.